We open with Max Turner, a seasoned treasure hunter sitting in a dimly lit pub in Cairo, Egypt. He is poring over a weathered old map he recently acquired from a black market dealer. The map is rumored to lead to an ancient temple hidden deep within the jungle, home to the Eye of Ra, an artifact believed to grant unlimited power. Max has been searching for this treasure his entire life, and now with the map in hand, his adventure begins. Suddenly, a group of mercenaries led by Aria Black, a fierce rival treasure hunter, enters the pub. They've been hunting the same treasure and have tracked Max down. A brief but tense exchange occurs. Aria warns Max to give up the map, but Max refuses. The two have a long history, both working together and against each other. But today, it's clear they're enemies. Max quickly exits the pub, knowing Aria won't give up so easily. Max boards a small plane and heads toward the dense jungle where the temple is rumored to be located. Along for the journey is his trusted friend and pilot, Rico, a gruff but loyal adventurer. The plane weaves through the jungle's towering trees and thick clouds until they reach a small clearing. Max and Rico parachute out just before the plane starts to malfunction and crashes, barely escaping with their lives. As they navigate through the jungle, they face natural obstacles, quicksand, venomous snakes, and treacherous ravines. But Max is determined. The deeper they go, the more signs they find that the temple is real. Ancient carvings on stones, statues half buried by the jungle. However, they aren't alone. Max notices that Aria's team has been following them, staying just out of sight, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. After days of trekking through the jungle, Max and Rico finally find the entrance to the forgotten temple, hidden behind a waterfall. The ancient structure looms in front of them, covered in vines and moss. As they approach, they find traps at the entrance, arrows shooting out of the walls, pressure plates that trigger spikes from the ground, but Max's experience helps them avoid them. Just as they're about to enter, Aria and her mercenaries catch up, guns drawn. A standoff ensues, but Max, ever the cunning adventurer, triggers one of the traps, sending a flood of water crashing down between them and Aria's group. In the chaos, Max and Rico slip into the temple, leaving Aria and her team behind for now. Inside the temple, the air is thick with dust and the scent of ancient history. Max lights a torch and leads the way down dark, narrow corridors filled with hieroglyphs depicting the Eye of Ra and its immense power. They find themselves in a massive chamber filled with intricate traps. Max studies the walls and floor, realizing the chamber is a giant puzzle. Using his knowledge of ancient Egyptian mythology and clever problem-solving, Max disarms the traps one by one. The final trap involves a massive stone door with a riddle inscribed on it. Max deciphers it, revealing the entrance to the inner sanctum, where the Eye of Ra is hidden. Max and Rico step into the inner sanctum, and there it is, the Eye of Ra, glowing with an eerie light atop a stone pedestal. The room is filled with treasure beyond their wildest dreams, but Max only has eyes for the artifact. As he approaches, he knows it won't be easy to take. The floor beneath him begins to tremble, and the walls shift as if the temple itself is alive. Just as Max reaches out to take the Eye of Ra, Aria and her mercenaries storm into the room. They've bypassed the trap somehow, and now they want the eye. Aria confronts Max, reminding him of their shared past. But she doesn't hesitate. She's after power, and she won't let Max stand in her way. A fierce battle ensues between Max, Rico, and Aria's mercenaries. Max uses the temple's traps to his advantage, outsmarting his enemies at every turn. Rico covers him with firepower, but they're outnumbered. During the chaos, Aria grabs the Eye of Ra, and the entire temple begins to collapse, triggered by the artifact's removal from its pedestal. As the walls crumble around them, Max and Aria face off one last time. Max tells Aria the eye isn't worth the destruction it will bring, but she doesn't listen. In a desperate move, Max triggers one final trap, causing a massive stone column to fall, separating him and Aria. Aria, still holding the eye, refuses to let go, even as the temple collapses around her. Max and Rico narrowly escape, leaving Aria and her team trapped inside. Max and Rico make it out of the collapsing temple just in time. They watch from a safe distance as the ancient structure is swallowed by the jungle once again, bearing the Eye of Ra forever. Max reflects on the cost of chasing power and treasure. He realizes that some things are better left lost to time. Rico, ever the optimist, pats Max on the back and suggests they head to the nearest bar to celebrate their survival. As they walk away from the ruins, Max glances back one last time, a look of relief on his face. The adventure is over, but he knows there are always more mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Max Turner's adventure to find the Eye of Ra was filled with action, danger, and moral lessons. In the end, the treasure hunter learned that not all treasures are meant to be claimed, and that sometimes the greatest adventure is simply surviving to tell the tale.